about it. Young girl from Arden High School, she's with a boy who does not know how to read, they can't spell, and he cheats. So it's like, why? Right? Like, get cheat on me and you can't read? Hey everyone, what's up? Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome back to my channel, Queeny KhayBee. I'm so glad you have joined me. Now, in this video, I will be sharing an experience that I had as a teenager, and that is my relationship with a boy who could not read. Like, he couldn't read. And you already see the title. Now, I revealed this fun fact in my Get to Know Me Part 2 video. Let me tell you, fun fact, I was once with someone who couldn't read. A lot of you guys asked me about this relationship because apparently you all were shocked that KhayBee would be with someone who could not read. I was shocked myself, thinking about it now. I am like, KhayBee, really? But experience teaches wisdom. And this is not to say that I am better off than anyone, that this was at all impossible or how could I? But it's because of the standard that I now set myself to and the way in which I live my life, why you are all surprised. So I was attending Arden High School, Optima to the world, blue and yellow. Arden, a big side. Anyways, I was attending Arden High School, and in grade 10 at the time, I was about 13 years old, I believe. And I met him. So let's call him Bob. And you know what's funny about it? I actually saved his name as Bob because I did not want my mother or my sister to know that it was really the person I was referring to in my phone contacts. So I met Bob, and I don't remember how I met him, I really don't remember how I met him, but we met. It was really a secret relationship because one, I think it was my first real boyfriend, so I did not want my mother to know about it, and two, I was a bit ashamed of being with him. At the time I loved him, I loved everything about him, but I just could not openly share that with persons around me, so I couldn't show him off. Now, when I invited him to church, he actually wore yard slippers. He didn't own a good pair of shoes. He was poor, and this is not me speaking down on him, but I'm just telling you the situation that I was in. So he was from the ghetto, he was very poor, and his clothes were not fancy, and inviting him to church, the church that I grew up in, we dress up. It's a Sunday, you want to look fancy and all, but I was just embarrassed that I was embarrassed by how he dressed to come to church. I was also, I'm not exaggerating, but I suffered major anxiety when the Sunday school teacher would ask him to read, because I knew that just was not going to happen. And as I said, it was a secret relationship, so persons didn't know that we were together, but at the same time they knew that it was me who invited him right? And then they always see him coming. So I guess they figured that, okay, these two like each other, but they couldn't confirm, because I would never say it. I know that he would have been proud to be with me, and yes, I am going to say that, but I was not proud to be with him. Also, going to a prominent high school such as Arden High, you know, a lot of the young girls there had boyfriends from KC, Calabar, Georges, Wolmer's, JC, to name a few. My boyfriend at the time did not attend any traditional high school. For this reason, I only shared it with a few of my close friends. I used to call him a lot in the nights. One time I even received the punishment because I got caught talking to him late at night when I should have been asleep. I remember that night to this day, guys. So my friend, and I'm gonna call my friend so my friend Novia, I'm sure she remembers this one, and all of my other friends will always tell the story too. I was up late one night, Novia was sleeping over, and you know, we were both in the bed, and my mom had one of those phones, you know, the handheld house phones. So I snuck it from out of the living room and I brought it in our bedroom, and I remember placing it under the pillow, and you know, when you press there was a button on it with talk. So when I pressed that, you know, it would make a beeping sound. So you know, it was super late. When I say super late, it was probably like maybe 1 o'clock. So my sister was staying out in the living room and my mom was in her bedroom. Anyways, so Novia fell asleep and I had the phone under the pillow. So I put the phone under there so that when I pressed the talk button, it wouldn't be loud. So I pressed the button and I was in the room in the dark talking to him, talking to Bob, and we talk, and let me tell you, I heard my sister get up from the living room, you know, so I pull up and put the phone back under the pillow, and you see, when she come through, like, I thought she was just checking to see if we were both asleep, and I turn, like she's coming from behind, and I turn my back, and I close my eyes, and I love you, my sister. I say, the beating when we get, no, the slap, one slap was enough. She go, pay! I jump. I think Novia was more frightened. Than I was, because that slap alone, that probably would even wake the neighbors. So anyways, you know, she said, get up, and get up, and then mommy, no, mommy never get up yet. Then she said to me, go ahead, since you don't want to sleep, before that, she took the phone. When she told me to get up, she took the phone and she said,
hello, Bob, it's too early now, it's too early to be on the phone.
And she hung it up, and then she said,
if you don't want to sleep, okay, since you don't want to sleep, go and clean the bathroom.
And guys, let me tell you, I cleaned that bathroom till daylight. And I remember at one point, mommy got up and she was like, you know, in her sleep, like, what happened? And my sister said,
she was on the phone, so she don't want to sleep. Yeah.
And mommy just said, okay, and go back to bed. So that was a punishment. Anywho, so we used to text a lot, and this is when I realized that, oh my God, he cannot spell or read. And maybe I'm exaggerating when I said he couldn't read, but at the grade, he was a grade ahead of me, I believe. And he was not performing to par. Text language, if you understand what I'm saying, wasn't popular. So he just could not spell. And I remember one time he sent me a message saying, you know the song every time I close my eyes, I thank the Lord that I found you. I always, for some strange reason, I always remember the part where he typed, where he texted. Every time I think of it, I fixed myself. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I know why I remember that text. Because I really loved that text, you know, like I cherished that text. But guess what? I couldn't share it. I couldn't show my friends. And then I realized, but wait, it's lyrics to a song, this, you know, but I couldn't show my friends. So I just kept it, and that was my, you know, oh, I love this text. But too many spell errors in that. At one point, I remember saying to him, hey, let my mommy teach you how to read, because my mommy is a teacher and she specializes in reading at the primary school level. So I said to him, hey, I can let her teach you to read, and she doesn't have to know that we are together, you know? And he was so offended, you know, thinking back, now I know why he was offended. But at the time I'm thinking, why are you offended? I'm offering you help, and you know you need it. But nope. He was good at art, so I boasted about that. He had some good artwork, and I boasted about those. And you know, I just focused on the person he was, and I found him to be cute. You know, just the superficial stuff. But I just focused my mind on those things, because what really mattered, and trust me, it matters. So what really mattered, he did not have that. He could not read, he could not spell. And you know, he didn't have much at all, but he always gave me little gifts here and there. He couldn't spell, but he would always send a text. He would always send a text, trust me. And you know what ended that relationship? Typical, he cheated. And when I confronted him about it, he lied. And I think I will talk about that more in another story time. So he cheated, I found out from the person who he cheated with. And when I confronted him, he lied. And you know, think about it. Young girl from Arden High School, she's with a boy who does not know how to read, they can't spell, and he cheats. So it's like, why? Right? Like, you cheat on me and you can't read? I went through that. I definitely had those feelings. So we broke up, and I think we just were friends, like, you know, hi, he would text me hi, and I would be like, hi, how are you? And then we just fizzled out, and that was that. So Bob, if you're watching this video, because the world is very small, don't think that I am bashing you. I'm not speaking down on you, and I am not trying to embarrass you. Well, no, majority of the persons watching this do not know you. But if you should watch this video, understand why I'm sharing it. Understand also that I am sharing from my point of view, my own experience being in a relationship with you, and my perspective. I share this story because I'm no longer ashamed of it. I'm not at all embarrassed. I will, not proudly, but I will just openly say, yes, I was once with someone who could not read, could not spell, I will share it because it is an experience that I had, and it's one that obviously made me into who I am today. It's an experience that I also use to teach young girls. And you would think, oh, she go to a traditional high school, or she is this age, so she should know better. No, at that age, you know, you're just thinking, oh my god, I like him, he's so cute. I'm gonna be in a relationship. It's my first boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and you're so excited and giddy-headed. You know, definitely have some advice. Don't think everyone deserves a piece of you. And I'm not even referring to sex here, because thank God that was not a part of this story. Not everyone deserves to be with you, to see how you operate, to say yes, you know? Not everyone deserves that. Young girls, you must be selective. Don't settle. The boys that you choose to be your boyfriends should come up to your level. The both of you should have something offering the next. And honestly, I mean, I'm someone who always looks at the heart, but honestly, in this day and age, if you are really in high school and another person is in high school and they are not academically inclined, but they are not academically inclined, but at the same time they are disrespecting you, then something is wrong. And if it is that you really look into the whole relationship and you realize it's just superficial, and you're hanging on to it just for the sake of being in a relationship, to fit in with everyone, then something is definitely wrong. Don't run down boyfriends to the point where you only choose the next available one, no matter what he carries to the table. Love yourself enough and ensure that you set some standards. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate the view. Please feel free to share the video. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't. And remember, fix your crown.